Okay, on that note, I'm going to invite on stage a very funny man. Who's going to sing, win, and make us laugh. Put your hands together for Just Win Sing.
When they were looking for someone to give this presentation, they called the most dashing, handsome, debonair man they knew. He turned them down. So next they called the most brilliant, genius, educated guy they had ever met. He turned them down too. Finally they called the most sincerest, humblest, sweetest man they had ever met. Hey, I couldn't turn them down 3 times in a row, so here I am. Thank you for being here in time. It's a beautiful, beautiful afternoon and we can have a lovely time understanding how to be happy. Today's topic is how to be happy in any work that you do. Right now all the things that we have spoken about are very, very relevant, but the one factor that may be different in our presentation here today would be that we are always talking about inside out. There is no such thing as an outer world, it's a reflection of your inner world. As you are, so shall you see. That's what this presentation is all about. So we will get down to it directly. There in London, you have these buses where the driver himself is also the ticket collector. So one huge guy gets into the bus and says, "Big John, don't buy ticket." Now this guy is a lanky driver. He is not able to challenge him. So he says, okay, he lets him go. Next day again, John comes into the bus and says, "Big John, don't buy ticket." Now he's a lanky guy. He doesn't have the guts to challenge him. So he lets him go. It goes on for a couple of weeks. This man gets tired. He says, I need to do something about this. Every day he comes in the bus and bullies me. So he joins a gym, does a 2 months training with his body, and now he is ready with a big muscular setup. So the same way as expected, Big John comes in the bus and says, "Big John, don't buy a ticket." This time he has the courage to ask him, and why doesn't Big John buy a ticket? So he says, because Big John has pass. Most of us, dear friends, are trying to solve problems that don't exist at all, isn't it? We are trying to solve a problem about being happy at work when in reality it doesn't exist. It's all about a perception, and we have started looking at work in an incorrect perception. So if I ask you, why are people unhappy at their work today? Earlier they weren't. Why are they unhappy at their work today? It is because we have changed our perception from what we can get from the work instead of what we can give to it. In earlier days, people used to love their work because they were going to give, they were going to serve through their work, they were going to serve the world. So that's why it used to be called service. That's why people found meaning and love in their very work that they did. Nowadays, we go to finish a job. So it feels like a burden. And that's the reason we hate going to work, and the maximum suicides are on Mondays. All right? So how does one be happy at any work he does? What do we really want from our work? If you see 3 things every individual normally is looking for in his work. One is joy. Yes or no? Yes. Joy. Second, of course, money. Yes or no? You don't want the money? Very happy people, right? And the third, meaning. These 3 things every person is trying to derive from his work. Today I will share 3 G's of happiness which will be able to make you achieve these 3 things: joy, money and meaning in whichever work you are presently doing. You don't need to change the gearbox. Just shift the gear to a higher perception level to look at your same work in a new way. Let's see how. The first, joy. Look at your work with the eyes of gratitude. For that you will have to first understand what a beautiful opportunity you've got to be born as a human being. You know why we are called the biggest creation of life, the most supreme creation of life? You have to first understand this is one of the greatest opportunities you've got to be born as a human being. What's the difference between an animal and a human being? Can anybody tell me? Why have we been given a 1 million times bigger brain than an ant? Why have we been given that 1 million times bigger brain than an ant? Just to earn a living? Even ants earn a living, even ants reproduce, even ants store for a rainy day. What is the difference between you and an ant? If you awaken to the fact that I am a human being and I have the power to consciously choose whatever life I want to create, then that choice will make you the supreme creation. Unfortunately, we feel that life is happening to us. No, as you choose to look at life, life responds to you. A man is trying to take the height of a pole, very tall pole, so he is jumping and trying to take the height of the pole, but it's too tall. So one of his friends comes and says, what are you doing? He says, I'm trying to take the height of this pole, it's too tall. So he says, simple dear, just lay the pole down like this and measure it this way. So he says, oh smarty, I want the height, not the length. If nothing will help you if you are not knowing how to look at life. A man goes to a doctor and says, Doctor Saab, my love life has gone for a toss, can you help me? Says, young man, I think you have stopped exercising and all, do one thing, run 5 kilometers every day for the next 1 week and then report to me. I am sure you would have had a better love life by now. So he is very, very prompted. He runs 5 kilometers every day, and after 1 week he gives a call to the doctor. As you said, Dr. Saab, I am calling you. So he says, so any difference in your love life? He says, I don't know, sir. I am 35 kilometers from my house. He is running straight ahead. Nothing can change you if your perception of life is incorrect. We have to change that fact. We have to understand we are the boss of our inner life. You can choose to look at your work. You can choose again and again, I am saying that. You can choose to look at your work as some ordinary thing full of drudgery, or you can choose to look at it as a place from where you can serve the world wherever you are. One of the companies I went to, the receptionist out there was speaking in a very bad way. So I told her, you're the ambassador of the company, the whole impression of the company is based on your behavior. So how are you speaking so rudely and badly? She said, I am fed up of this job. So I said, if you are so fed up, why don't you leave? I don't see someone has tied you with a chain. Why don't you leave? But the moment you get up from this chair, madam, there will be 10,000 people happily coming to sit on this chair and take that job. Just because you've got a job, you have taken it for granted. And if you look from my eyes, you are the luckiest woman in this room. She said, how? I said, you've got 200 opportunities to serve unknown people. If someone shouts at you and speaks something rudely on the phone, say, sir, are you having a bad day? Can I help you in any way? Just this response will change the whole thing. So think about it. You are the luckiest person in this room. When I came back again into that company after a couple of days, she was relatively very happy and she made a beautiful confession to me. Mr. Singh, I said, you are looking much better than before. She said, I understand and I value my chair so much that even when I go to the washroom, I feel the chair is sitting empty. Someone may just come and grab it. That much value she had for her own profession, which she had already got. She had already got this job, but she hadn't looked at with the eyes of love. So from today, remember that whatever work you are doing, give it your unique personal trademark. That whatever work I will do, I can choose to see it as a beautiful way of me leaving my mark in this world that will outlast my physical existence. And when you see that not as a work, but as a mark of your existence, you will automatically do everything with love. So mantra number 1 of being happy in any work that you do is, remember that live with this awareness that your work is your way of leaving your opportunity for leaving your unique contribution in this world that will outlast your physical existence. And this will give you a lot of gratitude because here is an opportunity to serve. Whichever work you are doing, remember that this is my chance to make the change. And when you do that, that work will become a very individual thing because it will start giving you special joy because it is no more, you are not working anymore, you are giving your unique contribution. So that was the first G. The first G is look at your work life with gratitude as an opportunity. The second G, what is the second thing you want from your work? Money. So look at your work as a chance as an opportunity to growth. You know how the word salary came? It is derived from the letter sal, which literally means salt. During the Roman Empire, in the ancient times, people were paid in salt because that was the very rare yet essential commodity required. So it was used as a system of barter. More value a person gave, the more salt or more salary he was given. That was his system of barter. So, now also the rules are the same. Only thing, instead of salt, you are being paid money. So, what is the lesson here? What's the lesson here? The more value, you want more money, give more value. 3 words here, 3 words here. Want more money? How many of you want more money? Nobody wants money. Wow. You want more money? What do you have to do? Give more value. Want more money? Give more value. Simple as that. Why do you pay more for a new upgraded version of a mobile? Have you ever thought? Why do you pay more for an upgraded version of a mobile? It gives you more value, it gives you more features. Ask yourself, are you an upgraded version? What new feature have you added in yourself that you should be paid more for? You know what is the definition of your earning ability literally? It's an ability to get results for which people will pay you for. So ask yourself, what is your earning ability? What is the one thing, when was the last time you added something of value in yourself so that you could increase your ability to get better results? Most people know this, that they must add more value in case they want more money back. But they don't do anything about it. You know why? Because it requires effort. And everybody thinks, let me just be in my comfort zone and security zone. Most of us are just looking for comfort and security. And if you want comfort and security, then just do something and go to jail. Free stay, free lodging, free boarding, job finishes at 3 o'clock, and 10 security guards to take care of you. So why don't we go to jail? Because we don't want comfort. We don't want comfort. Please be very clear on that. We want happiness. We are creatures. We need to create. And until you are creating, you will never be happy. And you have to understand a very essential factor here, that problems are actually a way of life prompting you. Most of us are 6-gear vehicle running on the 2nd gear happily. But that's the reason why we get friction, we get hatred, we get anger, we get frustration, we get vibration in every minute of our life. Because we have a potential and life will not give you as per your comfort. You know why life won't let you stay in your comfort zone? Why we don't break our comfort zones, you know that? Because we don't trust life. We feel, oh, what if? But I'll give you a very good thing to remember today. Have you seen a single parent who has created a child with this intention, I'll give birth to a child and give him the worst life he can have? Have you seen a single parent having this intention? Why will the universe have that intention then? Why will the universe create you to destroy you? It's not going to destroy you. It feels like it's trying to destroy us, but it's not destroying you. It's just prompting you. You know why we feel life is not with us? Because we want life according to our agenda. But life will not go around according to your agenda. It will go around according to your highest potential. Until you reach that, life is going to keep pushing you. If you notice in our own lives, problems have helped us grow. You see, if a very old donkey, he falls in the well, a dry well of a village, and he's going cheapawing, nobody takes him out. Then they realize that it is too deep a well, and they were anyway thinking of filling up this well. They say, let's do one thing, let's shovel dirt in it. The donkey is also of no use to anybody. The donkey will also get buried and we will fill up the well also. So everybody takes shovels and starts throwing dirt into the well. Now the moment the dirt falls on the donkey, he understands that there's something wrong. But he understands that this is an opportunity for me. The moment the dirt falls on him, he shakes it up and stands on it. The moment the dirt falls on him, he shakes it up and stands on it. And slowly and slowly and slowly and slowly, the donkey is out of the well. Now, if it was a negative donkey, what would it have said? Lord, is this your justice? As it is, you've dumped me in the well, and now you're throwing dirt on me also. So, what is the lesson here? Life will shovel dirt on you. It is your job to use that dirt to come up in life. Life knows when to throw flowers. Suppose it's this time life threw roses inside the well. Would it have been of any use to him? So life knows when to throw roses on you and when to shower you with roses, when to shower you with dirt. Your job is to use that dirt to come up in life. And as I said, problems will always help you grow. Look, it was a problem walking, isn't it? That's why we created the cycle. It was a problem cycling long distances, we created the motorcycle. It was a problem taking more people on a motorcycle, we created the automobile. It was a problem taking the automobile overseas, we created the aircraft. Bottom line, every problem prompted you to grow. So when you are giving your exams, why are you giving your exams? Because it's telling you once you cross this level, if you want to go to the next level in life, you will have to pass some tests. So whenever you are having problems in your life, there is only one place in the world where there is no problem in any for anybody. Every city has this place. You know which is that place? Sorry? The graveyard. So as long as you are alive, as long as you are above the ground, be ready for problems. So that's the bottom line. So from today, make it a point that I will learn, do a self-audit every year and ask yourself, when was the last time I learned something new? And if you cannot write, every month do a self-audit. What is the one thing I have learned that I didn't know last month? And if you can't even write one thing, there is no difference between you and a pumpkin. Both are really existing, you are not living, right? So mantra number 2 for today, if you want more money, you need to give more value. So from today, that second mantra remember in your life, that I will constantly increase my value by continuously learning and deliberately breaking my comfort zones, so that change will not scare me anymore, it will excite me. And when change excites me, what's the fear? I am here. And then when that attitude, when you go, then somebody stop me will be the attitude of your life. Then there will be no masks left for you. That's the second one. The third, the most crucial one, which everybody seeks in his life, and that is, what do you want? Meaning. If you want meaning in your life, you need to understand, to look at your work as an opportunity for giving. You know, there are two ways we give. One is to show that I am very good, and one is actually being good. Which one are you? There is an ad in the paper. It comes in the paper, the ad comes. One of the stingy person, his grandfather passes away, so he has to give a newspaper note. So he says, how much will it cost me? So he's a very stingy guy. So he says, it will be 50 rupees per word. So he says, okay, just write Dada dead, grandpa dead. So he says, no sir, at least 5 words you have to put. So he thinks. He says, okay, write grandpa dead, Honda for sale. So he said, let me use this opportunity to sell my car also. So are you really contributing out of pure love? Ask yourself, or are you attached with some selfish notion? And why do you feel happy when you do something for someone out of pure love? You agree to that fact that whenever you are giving a selfless contribution for anybody, you feel happy? Yes or no? Anybody? Everybody agree? Have you ever thought why you feel happy? When you do something for someone out of pure love, why do you feel happy? Why? So why was that desire created in you? Yes. Then what happens? Why do you, that connection I am trying to give it to you, yeah, we know we feel fulfilled. Why? That is a physical, that's the connection between spirit and the body. Sorry? No, I need, the chemicals are released. Why? Okay, let me tell you, once I answer, you will say, yeah, this is what I meant also. Right. Yes, why is that urge? I will tell you now. Whenever we do something for someone out of pure love, our inner self confirms to us, that my passing through this world has made this positive difference in it, has made this positive difference in it, has made this positive difference in it. If I wasn't born, all these positive differences wouldn't have happened. So my coming in this world is valuable. My existence is not worthless. It's valuable. I exist for a reason. And when you know that reason, you will feel very, very solid in your self-faith, and that makes you happy. Right? So the bottom line, now you can design your happiness. I have given you the mantra. You can design, all you have to do is do selfless contribution. So from today, learn from the whole universe is giving. The sun gives, the moon gives, the air gives, the stars give, the water gives, the plants give, the vegetables give, the flowers give, but only man takes. So when the whole universe is in the giving mode of life, Man is in the taking mode of life. Only one creature is unhappy on this planet. So the happy people have got this secret. They have understood that if I want to be happy, I must also be a contributor, a selfless contributor, selfless giver. So it's little things. If someone is honking the car, give him space. What we do? What are you trying to be? You taking a panga with Big Daddy. You know, we start getting into unnecessary scopes. Let it happen. If you are sitting nicely in the bus and more people are coming, you sit like this. What are you going to do with that extra seat? Just give. But we have got that pauperness in our head that no, mine. You know what's the difference between a king and a beggar? A king is in the giving mode of life. A beggar is in the taking mode of life. It does not matter what post you are in, dear friends. You could be a CEO of a company and still be a beggar. You could be a sweeper on the road and still be a king. It totally depends on what's your motto. If your motto is what will I get, you are in the beggar mode of life. And if you are in the if your motto is how can I serve, you are in the king mode of life. And this is the difference between a positive and a negative person. A positive person is in the giving mode of life. A negative person is in the taking mode of life. And your giving will always come back to you. I am writing a complete book on this. Goodness always wins. It's my 6th book that is coming out. So anybody has any stories that can be contributed to it, most welcome. Here is one of the stories I would love to share with you quickly. I don't know whether it's true or not, but it is very inspiring. There was a little orphan boy who was selling his products and trying to earn a living. He was selling his products and trying to earn a living. After a while, he was educating himself also. A time came in his teenage life when he wasn't able to sell anything for almost 5-7 days. So he said, now I'll have to beg. So he went down to the first house in the town. He knocked on the door and a beautiful girl opened the door. So he lost his courage to beg. He said, can I have a glass of water? So now she also was a poor lady. She wasn't having enough resources at home, not food, but she had a glass of milk. So she fed him the glass of milk. When he said, how much money? She said, no money for goodness. He got his courage back. He got his faith back. He said, no, God is giving me, my existence is giving me an idea that don't give up. He studied very hard and he became a very, very big doctor of the world, Dr. Howard Kelly. The second side of the story, when this boy became the doctor, this girl, when she grew up as a lady, she had some disease that nobody was able to solve in the village. So she was sent to the city. In the city, everybody put their hands up. They said only one doctor can do something about it. Dr. Howard Kelly was called because he had specialized in doing, work on unknown diseases. Second side of the story. Now, when the doctor came and he saw which village that patient was from, immediately, he went to see her because that prompted him to go and see because the same village where he had got his courage. And when he saw that girl, that lady, instantly he remembered it's the same girl because whoever does good for you also you never forget. And he took the whole case under him, made a whole 3 months he studied her, helped her, operated on her and got her disease free. And when that disease was done, after 3 months when the bill was being sent, he asked the hospital, please send me the bill first before you send it to the lady. There was a 7-page bill, so he started writing something on the last page and he sent that bill to the lady. When the lady saw the size of the bill, she started crying. She said, oh Lord, this is such a big size bill, it's going to take me my whole lifetime to pay for it. But the moment she went on to the 7th page, she started crying because on the 7th page was scribbled, paid in full with a glass of milk, Dr. Howard Kelly. 1 glass of milk. Life loves to give to you, my dear friends. You cannot ever outgive life. I am creating this whole book. People say, no, it's not a time for goodness. Every single minute has always been good, always been more loving. Only thing, our perceptions have changed. Today, the very fact that this is the 28th edition of this selfless contribution done by Mr. Bhatia and his team. It's the same example that Life supported a selfless organization for 28 years because they were giving recognition to the people who were giving. So how many people in this world have ever been paid for taking? They have always been honored for giving. That's why. So from today, whatever is missing in your life is what you're not giving. So whatever you want, be the source of it. You know, unfortunately, we call ourselves human resources, which is not correct. We are all human sources. You know what's the difference? A resource is a water bottle. As you drink it, it gets depleted. A river is a source. So that's the reason why human resources people are feeling used, because they are feeling depleted as they are being used. So from today, stop calling yourself a HR person, call yourself a human source, HS person. And you are the source. Whatever you want. Have you ever seen the river dry at the source? So from today, whatever you want, be the source of it. You want love, give love. Want happiness, give happiness. Want love, want friendship, give friendship. Want slaps, give slaps. You'll get them. Bottom line, mantra number 3 for happiness. Whatever, whenever I change my thinking from taking to giving, I start living like a king. And that not only gives me memorable life, it also makes my life meaningful. And when my life is meaningful, I feel complete and I feel happy. So, bottom line, I have 2 minutes, right? Just 2 minutes. Bottom line for this session, what are the 3 G's that will make you happy? First, gratitude will give you joy, growth will give you money, giving will give you meaning. So if you are an outdated person and you are still going with the 3G system in your mobile, still it will work. These 3Gs if you install in your mind, no matter what the situation, you will always be connected to the network of happiness. So no point in changing your job, no point in changing your location, no point in changing your field, because your attitude and thinking is going wherever you are going. Instead, if you are able to adapt to your thinking with these 3 Gs installed in yourself, if you are able to adapt to any situation in your life, you are going to be happy. So from today, change the attitude. Don't ask what the world can do for you. Ask what you can do for the world. Don't ask what the organization you can do for you. Ask what you can do for the organization. Don't ask what your friends can do for you. Ask what you can do for your friends. Don't ask what your family can do for you. Ask what you can do for your family. Don't ask what the taxi driver can do for you. Ask what you can do for the taxi driver. And before you know it, you will not require to get blessings. You will become a blessing. So from today, live in a way. We conclude with a little story. A small boy was wanting to play with his father, and the father said, I have got some work to do, I'll play with you after 20 minutes. He said, play with me now. So he said, how do I keep him away? He gets an idea. That day there was a map of the world in the paper. He tore the map up and gave it to the boy, and he said, when you correct this map up, I'll play with you. He thought he'll take a couple of minutes, by that time I'll finish my work. The boy came back in 1 minute. He said, I've done it. He said, how did you do it as such a small boy? How did you make the whole map perfectly? He said, Daddy, it was simple. On the other side, there was a photograph of a man. When I put the man together correctly, on the other side, the world automatically got corrected. So if you want to change the world, dear friends, just change one person, yourself. So from today, every time you are doing any work, just remember, this is when next time you are going to office, go with the first stop at the gate and then think about it. Here is the chance for me to give my contribution that will make sure that it will outlast my physical existence. And when you are able to do that, you will understand the lines of Backstreet Boys, this song. Whoever knows this song, you are allowed to sing with me. Just 4 lines of a wonderful song, right? And the song goes like this. All you people, can't you see how your love's affecting our reality? Every time you're down, you can make it right, and that makes you larger than life. So dear friends, go live a big, large life. So get ready, get set, and give. Thank you very much. Thank you.